What's up, guys? Welcome to BHL's Sports Weekly, your weekly source for news and events in sports. I'm Erica Renee Davis, and we got a good show for you guys tonight. We're going to talk about a little bit of mellow, not mellow, yellow mellow, but angry mellow. We're going to talk about an NBA star trying to make a comeback, and we're going to play a fun game where politics meets sports. You guys have to play along on BHL Sports Weekly.
You are tuned into Black Hollywood Live, Sports Weekly.
We were like, let's jam, take this shit. So we were like,
turn up.
Throwback Thursday.
Throwback, hashtag TBT with the ignition
Right,
remix.
that's a perfect TBT right there.
I love this song.
This was like
You did that.
freshman year.
No, I was in third grade.
You were shut up.
I mean, she shut down my
This was like freshman year.
This was middle school for me.
Like I
Junior
said,
high.
No, it was not.
Yes.
Oh, it
Yes.
was.
They're young.
Sorry.
With a young buckaroos.
We're back. He's a young man, but in the old man's body. You're watching Sports Weekly. Hey, we're already going in. You know, it's all love.
Already.
Erica Renee Davis. You can follow me on Snapchat, Periscope, Twitter, and on Instagram at Erica Renee D.
Dre Dean, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter. I am Andre, Aundre.
Hey guys, it's Rheina. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter and Periscope at Rheina_LA.
What's up, guys? You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Add me on Snapchat. I need some Snapchat.
Snapchat him next.
I need something to watch.
Snapchat him that animal.
Do that. At JJ the Talented. Let me get my name out.
Sorry. As always, follow all things Black Hollywood Live on BlackHollywoodLive.com. Follow Black Hollywood Live on Twitter at BHL Online. And also, you can follow us on Instagram. We have our own Instagram account. I think it still says the branded athlete, but we have to change it.
The password. If anybody remember our password, let a brother know something.
I have the password, but I feel like once you send it 10 times, you can't send it anymore. But I digress.
That's real.
God bless America.
God bless America. Okay, we're going to go right into our hot takes. We got
Hey,
some...
before we go into our hot takes, you know, we usually bump heads on the show. We always talking about your Clippers, you know what I mean? Because I'm not a Clippers fan, but I did happen to go to the game last night.
Oh.
And I got you official Clippers brand new snapback. All right, this bad boy is brand new.
That's a good
It's
hat.
official, you know what I mean? And
I can see you right
there you
now.
go.
Yeah,
We always
for
bumping
sure.
heads.
We
I
do.
just want you to know it's all love.
We
Now
do.
you got some protection for
We
that
good,
head
man.
bumping.
See?
All right? Okay, don't put it over the head.
I can't put it over the
You
head.
rocking it though.
Okay, see, I feel love. See, now I take back everything I said at the beginning of the show.
I already know. That's all I was
See,
trying to
thank
do.
you. Okay,
That's all
I appreciate that. I'll put that right
It's
here
so weak
Nothing for us,
though.
though?
for the show.
No, I got y'all. Don't worry.
You said that 2 weeks ago.
No, hey, no, I didn't. Maybe I did.
Rheina,
okay.
Rheina, go ahead and talk about this NBA player who's aging.
Well, I mean, he actually was a player for the Clippers.
He did.
Was a player for the Warriors and for the Knicks. Baron Davis is making a comeback to the D-League's Delaware 87ers. I'm not sure if I said that right. 87ers.
Yeah.
So he tore his ACL back in 2012 with the Knicks, and it was a season-ending injury. But he obviously didn't want to give up his dream of playing basketball. I've actually seen him play for a couple summers after he got over his ACL injury. He played for the Drew League. It's a popular league in LA, and I caught a couple games, and he's still pretty nice. I mean, he's just
But is
a
the
little
NBA
bigger.
nice, though?
No, but he might be D League nice. So he's back. It's been about almost 4 years. Do you think that he has a shot to make it into the NBA after a season
No.
with the D League?
No.
Or do you think he should just give it up altogether? What do you guys?
No, but
Erica, go ahead.
She's always she
ready.
He played for the
What do you call it
Clippers.
when it's like against like older people? Like what's the term for that?
Like what geriatric discrimination?
Something like that.
Is that what it is? No,
Because of Kobe, huh?
Because of Kobe.
Always picking on people.
I became a Clipper fan when Baron Davis was playing there. So it was BD, Zach Randolph, Chris came in, mid 2000, like 2006, 2007 era. So that's how I started loving Clippers basketball when BD was here at LAC. But it's over. It's over. I mean, you can go play in the D League. That's all well and good. I think he's just having a little midlife crisis, which midlife crisis for an average person is like 50, but for an athlete, it's like your 30s. So he's having a midlife crisis, and I'm not mad at him. You know, live out your dreams. You can still walk. Your knees are still good enough for you to play in the D League, but you're not going to play on anybody's NBA roster.
Interesting. What
I
are the
actually
others?
agree with Erica. I don't see him making the NBA roster at all. I mean, I think just like you, I think he's just coming back to kind of have his fun. He misses the game, wants to get back, and he didn't really go out on a note that he dictated himself. So to come back and to get some run with the D League team, that's that everybody wins. He wins, the team wins, the fans win. Making an NBA roster is kind of far fetched. He's 37 years old. He's got bad knees. Even before the ACL, he had bad knees. So. Good luck to him. I would love to see him back on the NBA floor. I love him as a player. Very dynamic. He could, take to the hole and dunk it, when he was in his prime. But now...
Was he on that Warriors team that upset the Mavs that year?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I don't know.
Like 2007?
Ain't nobody want to ask me what I thought.
We want to know.
We
What do
want
you
to know,
think?
Jay. What do you think?
Yeah, I hurt my feelings. This is very different that we all agree on something. I think that he's done. He's done. I mean, dude, you're 37 years old, brother. I respect what he's done for the game. He's one of the few guys who hasn't been in the media for a lot of negative stuff, and he played for 20 seasons. You know what I mean? So that's difficult to do, to kind of go in the NBA and stay under the radar and keep that clean name and keep that positive image. And I think on your next topic, I think I see him more so as a mentor or something. I think the 76ers are kind of trying to fill him out to see, as far as the game goes, if he can still play, and also to see, how is he as a person, how is he as a man, can he come in and help and mentor some of these young players that they have on their roster, because they can use it.
Well, I'm going to pull a Dre, and I didn't give my thoughts on this. I'm going to disagree with you guys.
What?
Okay,
I
here,
thought you
let me
said
tell
he
you.
wasn't-
I know, I was a question. I think,
Excuse you.
I think that he could possibly make it to the NBA.
On what?
Because
Whose roster?
because I actually saw him play over the summer at the Drew League. And yes, I get the
past
Drew
summer?
League is, I'm pretty sure he was playing this summer, I'm not sure. But I either this summer or the summer before, I've seen him play. He did gain weight. Obviously, he's a little older. But, I mean, I think that the way he was moving, he was bodying up these younger guys. He held his own. So I think that he can possibly make it. We'll see. I wish him the best, obviously. But, I don't know. I'm going to disagree with you guys and
Okay.
say that he could possibly make the NBA roster. I mean, the Sixers need people. Why not?
That's
They
the Sixers
do
is
need
the NBA
people,
roster.
but do they need those kind of people?
Do the
Right.
87ers need people?
And they
87ers,
do
go
they
ahead.
do pull up people all the time from the D League. I mean, like I know, one of my ex-girlfriends, she used to be a cheerleader for the D League, and you would see those guys playing out there sometimes. And then if somebody gets hurt, somebody goes down, then those guys are expected to perform. So I think that if they thought that he had absolutely nothing left and it would be no way on earth that he would ever play in the NBA again, then they wouldn't have picked him up in the D League. They're not just picking him up in the D League just to sell tickets.
See,
Don't nobody care about the D
I
League
could see
anyway.
them selling a few more tickets
I
with
could
Baron
too.
Davis.
I think that you were talking about him coming in as a mentor. There are a lot of people that you can get to be mentors. Like you don't need Baron Davis to be a mentor.
But he's a great
specifically.
player. He's an
great
NBA All-Star. I think probably, I would have to check the numbers, but I would say he's probably a 10-time NBA All-Star out of his 20
I think he was an
seasons.
All-Star twice,
He's
Dre.
played?
Sorry,
Yeah.
only 2
That
times.
was only 2 times?
Only 2 times.
But he was
I mean, he's a great player.
He's
If you
a
go
great
back and look at his
player.
stats and look at what he's done in the NBA as he's been in there, he's a great player. He's a great distributor. He's one of those guys that makes the players around him better, I feel like.
He's
Would
definitely
you
an
agree
LA
with that?
legend.
I mean, he definitely makes other players around him better. So if the 76ers are bringing him into the D League so he can have a more hands-on involvement with the actual 76ers, I get that. But his role as a D Leaguer, that's kind of just probably a formality. But, I mean, if
So
he,
you think they just randomly, oh, well, let's just give it. Why do you think?
I think Baron Davis is trying to make a comeback. And I think he probably knows people. Obviously, he knows people in high places. And he can get on a team to try to work out against younger guys who are up and coming to show that he still has a skill set to get back into the league. That's what I think.
So you
do you
think
know-
he's on a team because of who he is,
Yes.
and because
Yeah.
more
And not
so
because of his skill set?
That's what I think, because the 76ers are they're like scraping the bottom of the barrel in every way, shape, or form. I mean,
But why would they get Baron Davis?
Well,
though?
because I feel like it has something to do with the skill set, because there's so many guys that want to play in the D League. They either go if they're not in the league, they go D League or overseas.
yeah.
And if they're picking, I mean, no team, I don't know, it could go either way, but I feel that his skill set put him over some of these younger guys, and that says a lot. I think
Okay.
there's so many guys that just coming out of college need to get on a team, and the experience is another one. I mean, he has NBA experience. He has
20 seasons.
he knows the game. The pace is different from college or from overseas, so he knows what he's doing. I don't know. I think that he could
But see,
possibly.
37.
He could have
He's
been a
got
coach.
bad knees.
He could have been a coach.
It doesn't. I
And
don't.
when you saw him in the summer league,
He could have been a coach, though.
that's summer league basketball.
been a coach.
I mean, those guys aren't all NBA players. It's most of that's for entertainment. It's
They're
for
not,
fun.
but they're not all NBA players. They're not professional players, but they're younger guys, and he was holding his own. I mean,
part
I've
of it is
seen
like,
him.
Baron Davis. I kind of want to see what he can do. Anyway, they're not playing like honest D.
No, have you been to the Drew
Yeah,
League?
they-
I've seen the
The
Drew
Drew
League,
League can
but
be
when-
like it's hardcore.
It is hardcore.
But then again,
Bro.
when these guys
Yeah.
come in too, it's not always like that.
But I feel like with the Drew League especially, it's all about like
Make a name for
egos
yourself
too.
to
Like
maybe
they're
get
not
a
okay,
roster
yeah,
spot
Baron
somewhere.
Davis. Oh, let me see what he can do. I'm gonna like play easy. No, this is Drew League. Like no, I'm locking him up.
They play
They
for their
play-
lives. They
Shout out
playing
to the
for
Drew League, by the
contracts.
way.
They're
Yeah.
playing for opportunity in the Drew League.
They are playing for
so,
opportunity,
you can't say the talent, you know what I mean, is not necessarily there, because the same thing with football. I mean, there's guys that's great in college, but it's just not that much opportunity. It's not that many spots for these cats to be on the team. And it's the same thing in basketball. It's only 12, 15 guys on our NBA roster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that doesn't mean that these guys in the Drew League and these guys in the D League aren't great players. It means that they gotta wait and they gotta learn the system and they gotta buy in their time before they can play.
Right.
So you can't say these D Leagues and these Drew Leagues are cats that nobody cares about.
No, I didn't say
they're not
that.
great players. They don't play as hard. I'm not saying you said all of that, but I'm saying I think these guys are the next and up and coming guys, and they're ready. If you give them a chance to go play in the NBA, I think they're gonna give you everything they got, and they may surprise a lot of people.
But Baron Davis is 37 and he has bad knees.
He's got bad
That's
knees.
true. He got bad knees.
He's got bad knees. A lot of people who are mixed martial artists have bad knees too, but it's okay.
Fun fact for today.
They have bad knees and
That's
and,
sports related.
And,
What
and,
kind of segue?
and they have
Turner.
they
Good,
have
good try.
I know I really did try on that.
You try.
Talking about DraftKings, MMA DraftKings. Okay, so guys, if you did not know, you can also use DraftKings for MMA. I hate everybody on that side of the
didn't
table.
know that.
Just not this side, just that side. I hate these people. Mixed martial arts fans, you can use
tried.
DraftKings. I did. Shut up. You can do one-day fantasy for every single major fight card at DraftKings.com. As you all know, DraftKings is America's favorite #1 fantasy sports site, and you can win huge prizes. So it's definitely worth your time, worth your money, worth your investment. Now, this is what you need to do. You need to go to DraftKings.com, use the promo code BLACK so that they know that we sent you guys from Sports Weekly, and try your hand at outscoring the competition for fantasy MMA. You could be the next champion, the next virtual champion. Not real life champion, but virtual champion. And
Virtual.
Virtual champions win money too, so that's good.
Absolutely.
We'll do that. I threw that away because I messed up on that
Nah,
on the
look,
segue.
look, man, you went in.
I did.
That's
I
the
did
most
one.
you committed.
I
committed to it.
I did.
And that's important.
Bad knees. Okay, Carmelo Anthony. Mellow yellow. Carmelo Anthony tells an irate fan who is yelling at him throughout an entire game the other day. He says, the fan is saying, the Knicks suck, you guys suck. And Carmelo's like,
True.
this is true.
Okay.
Okay. They're 25-17, I believe. Horrible record in the East. Only two teams are worse than the Knicks in the East. So this fan is at the game saying, "You guys suck, Carmelo. Y'all are awful. I'm never coming to this game again. Never coming to the game again." All throughout the game, heckling Carmelo. Carmelo eventually says that he had to pull himself together and turns to the fan and says, "Well, our owner, Mr. Nolan, is right there. You can talk to him about getting your money back." So there's been this huge controversy about whether or not Carmelo should have even said that. And then, of course, he issued an apology, but he didn't tweet it himself. The Knicks organization tweeted his apology out from the Knicks Twitter handle yesterday. And then today, Carmelo says, "Look, y'all, I was basically forced to apologize." So let's start with the heckling part.
Okay.
Was Carmelo right to turn to this fan and to say to this fan, "Look, dude, here's my GM right here. You want your money back, you can ask him."
I don't think he should have said
You don't
that.
think
He
so?
should have. I mean, a fan saying that, sure. There's so many fans that said like worse things to NBA players. I mean, I've actually heard people say some stuff to players before. I think he should have ignored it, and I think he reacted the wrong way. I mean, you're put in that position. It has to go in one ear, not the other.
It's not like he said anything derogatory. He didn't cuss the fan out. He didn't, say something about the fan's mom or sexual orientation like we've had players do. And we've had players jump into the stands
Like
and
Kevin
beat fans
Garnett
up.
told Carmelo.
What's his name? Who did that?
Ron Artest.
Ron Artest.
Artest.
Or Metal
I mean, no, Metal World
Sorry.
Peace. Who's
Don't
Ron
disrespect
Artest?
that brother's name.
But he was
Jeff,
Ron
dog.
Artest at the time, though.
He was.
The artist
Ron
formerly
Artest.
known as
But
Ron
what
Artest.
is- I'm like, look, put the camera on me, please. This is blank face. Not even a story. Like, why would they even? This is not even a story to me. This is
It's
the
a
fan
story.
was heckling. So what? He said, "Go get a refund." So what?
It's a story, though.
It is a
It's
story.
a story.
What
It is
what
a
is the
story.
big deal? So
Because damn, I
He
would want my
responded.
refund back too, man. They horrible this season.
Ooh.
They horrible,
You're
and
not
they
even
lost
following the Knicks.
104 to
You're not
85.
even-
25 and 37, my bad. 25 and
Why?
37.
I'm going to tell you what happened, man. Dude's feelings is hurt. They're having a horrible season.
Yeah.
It's all kind of stuff that's going on in that organization, I'm sure. I mean, new coaches is probably in the talk. New managers are probably in the talk. When you're doing, and this is the Knicks. This is New York.
Yeah.
When you talk about LA and New York, like these are the two huge markets for sports. You got Spike Lee, who's a huge supporter of the Knicks, who supported the Knicks all these years, always at the game. I think dude ain't do nothing wrong. I think it's one of those things where it's emotional.
Wait, who didn't do anything wrong? Carmelo or the fan?
Carmelo Anthony, man, he
Okay.
didn't do anything wrong, and the fan didn't do anything wrong either.
Okay.
That's all part of the game. That's part of the game.
Exactly.
You come to
Absolutely.
see a great game. You're not seeing what you want to see. Probably was the opposing team. Was it opposing person on a different team
No.
talking?
No.
or
No,
was
it
on-
was a Knicks fan.
Knicks fan.
Hometown.
Man, that's even worse. That's what I'm saying. They disappointed. They need some change in the
the fan-
franchise.
yeah. The fan
And they
didn't do
speaking
anything
out.
wrong.
I don't think the fan did
The fan
anything
didn't
wrong.
do
either.
anything
Well,
wrong.
okay, so-
Didn't do
The fans
anything
do.
wrong either.
So here's the thing, like I am a huge taunter. Like I will sit and I will heckle and I will yell.
What?
Really? It's bad. Like literally, I will get a little adult beverage before a game. I don't even have to have an adult beverage. I will go to a game and I don't ever heckle the players, but I will yell and curse at a ref in a second. I'll go to the Drew League and like yell and act the fool. And I will do that at football games, at basketball games. But let me say this. So I've had the privilege of sitting courtside, a lot at Clippers games. I would never act that way sitting that close to the bench. Like I feel like when you are that close to the actual like game and the players and the coaches, it's kind of like flying first class or flying standby. You're supposed to like dress up and like act a different
Hell
way.
no.
First of all, like you cannot pay for that kind of real estate and then act like you in a trailer park or
If
the
you
hood.
paying that much money, you can do whatever you want to do and say whatever you want to say, long as the
Right.
police don't come get
Right.
you. Long as
I
you don't
like
run
the
out
fact
on that
that-
field, on the court, and say nothing or do nothing to one of those players physically. Who cares? You're a professional athlete.
Why
You're supposed to be
why
doing it.
heckle your own player? Why heckle?
Because they're
your-
upset. Their season has been horrible. Last
The
season was
Knicks
horrible.
are terrible. They
They
suck.
are, but
the fact that a actual fan is sitting courtside saying this stuff means it's a good thing to me, because usually people who sit there are people who don't really care about the game. They're just rich people who like their friends hook them
True.
up, or people who don't even care. They show up late, they leave early, they want to be seen. But a real
Those are
fan
Lakers
was,
fans.
but-
That's not
no, no, no,
every.
don't go
That's
there.
not. That's
a
not
real
every.
fan though. A real fan was voicing his opinion as a fan. As a fan, he did nothing wrong. He was voicing his opinion, whether it was to the player or whatever. That's what a fan does. The players should be used to that. But Carmelo, in retorting, there should be an issue with him responding back, because all he said was what was the truth.
I don't have
Ask
an
the
issue with
GM for a
Carmelo.
refund.
Right.
I
He can't-
have
what
no
else
issue
you
with
expect him
Carmelo.
to say? He can't say too much.
Raina's the one who has an
Ignore it.
issue. She has an
Ignore it.
issue with that. Okay, so we all say that the fan was not out of line. Well, you guys say that. I think that when you're sitting that close, like you don't heckle, you don't beat up your own family
I
in
think
public.
it depends on the
New
person
York.
though. Like
That's what
I
they
wouldn't
do.
do
You
it
pay-
You
either.
paid that much money, you could heckle whoever you want to heckle. That's my opinion. And he definitely didn't. That tweet that they sent was
Oh, yeah.
definitely
But-
not.
yeah,
No,
I-
they wanted,
I had
they wanted
actually-
him to respond, to apologize, and Carmelo wasn't having it.
No.
So this is the statement that the Knicks said. They said, "We are all frustrated by the team's recent results. Everyone, including me, my teammates, coaches, and the fans. Last night, a fan and I let those frustrations get the best of us. I should not have responded the way I did." That was a very vanilla apology that came out yesterday.
Right.
Carmelo today said that was not my idea. Dolan, the GM owner, made me do that. One more thing I want to ask about this. Are there any boundaries when it comes to fans taunting and heckling players? What are the boundaries, if any?
They
As
say
far
it
as the
every
fans
game.
taunting the players, like what on the fans
Yeah.
side.
Every game they put it on the jumbotron. They trot these players out and they say, please respect the people around you. Don't have using profanity or throw things on the court.
Throw things on the
as
court,
long as
yeah,
you're
for
within those
sure.
rules, then fine.
So you think it's okay for a fan to sit behind a bench and be like, "F you, Carmelo"?
Nope.
Okay.
That's profanity.
Okay, so no, okay.
That's to the extreme. It's one thing when you're at the game, it's a lot of kids and stuff around, so you can't be sitting there saying F this, F you, Carmelo, F the team, F the manager, F every. You can't be doing that. But at the same time, you can say you suck. Because if you out there sucking and you ain't playing the way you supposed to be playing, you getting paid millions of dollars. The least you can do is take a fan, criticize you at one
For
moment,
4 quarters.
1 second, for 4 quarters, for one game.
like
Who
it.
cares? Saying do better. Because they want to see
Okay.
you do better and they want to see their team do better. You know you're a die-hard Clippers fan.
I am,
You
but
know you are you know how emotional and how.
I was going to the games when it was Chris Kaman, Zach Randolph, Baron Davis. This was a time where all the players were mysteriously hurt at one time because no one wanted to play for the Clippers because they were perpetually sorry. I would sit on the court and I would never heckle somebody on my own team. Like
That's you.
That depends on the person, though.
counterproductive.
you.
I think it depends on the person. Like, people have self-control. People won't act out in public.
Okay.
But some people would. And you can't blame them. That's just how
Okay.
they are. That's how they were, they act in public. And you can't
No
do
home
nothing about
training.
it.
No home
None at
training.
all.
So wait, what was your opinion? The fan is okay? The fan is right? Or no?
The fan has a right.
The fan has a right to say what they want to say. However, when it comes to profanity, when it comes to physical or throwing things on the court, that's when I think that draws the line. Like, if
Okay.
they're
Or
cursing
threats?
somebody out,
What about
threats, anything, yeah.
No threats. Yeah, you can't do that.
Who cares about a threat?
But as a
you
player,
gotta
you
get
gotta
to him.
ignore
You
it.
can't even find
That's
him.
my
You gotta
thing.
get to him before you even get to him on the court. You gotta pass security. I mean, it is what it is. I think that's what makes the game fun. The fact that a fan can go and drink and eat and say whatever they want to say, as long as they're not physically hurting somebody or putting their hands on one of those players.
Kobe
Especially
would've
when you
stopped
sit
it.
that
It
close.
just sucks
Kobe
because, like,
was
aren't you embarrassed? Like, you're yelling, cursing out a player,
Evidently
and
not.
you have families, little kids around you, and you're saying all these words like, do you look at yourself? Like, are you seriously acting like that in public? I don't.
When I do cross the line, again, it's never for a player. It's always for the ref. And I do sometimes, get. I say,
Get a little,
say,
I got you.
but I feel like the ref is your enemy at the game a lot of times. So yes, I'm gonna say what I gotta say to the ref, but never to my own player. That's just me. Okay, whatever.
Same.
I respect that.
Those are passionate
You're a
fans,
die-hard. You are a die-hard fan.
I will curse
can
a
see
ref
it, no matter
out.
what.
I have.
Yeah.
Like,
I respect that. I respect
At
that.
a rec league game, I will curse a ref
We have a
out.
picture of her in the Golden State, jacket.
You're
so I
such a
don't-
liar.
We have that proof.
He is
Don't make me bring it up. We have the proof.
vigilante justice.
We have to.
Cyber
Can we
bully.
bring
over
that
there.
picture
Go
next
ahead,
time?
cyber bully Josh. It's all you.
We might have to do that. Anyway, in case you haven't noticed,
Oh, Lord.
election season is here,
Oh, Lord.
and the
Can't
presidential election is right around the corner.
I
coming up
vote
real
Clippers
soon.
for president.
And we just bad choice.
No.
That's a red hat, by the way.
Blake Griffin for president.
That's a GOP hat.
It has some blue on it.
Hey, man, with Donald Trump running, man, you never know, brother.
Oh,
Who they
my
gonna
Lord.
let? Who they
Kanye
gonna let?
2020.
Right.
Oh Lord, please, no. But no, seriously, no. I don't want Kanye to run for president. But anyway, so to merge politics and sports, I have a few stats. Well, not some stats, but some statements and some facts here. And I want to just go over a few and see if you can guess the politician we're talking
Okay.
about. And the choices for the politician, the choices are Trump, Clinton, Rubio, Cruz, Sanders, and Carson. So I'm going to just read a little statement, and you tell me which politician you think it's referring to, okay?
Okay.
First one is, he had more wives than the Clippers have rings. Who would
Aw,
that be?
you such a
Wait,
hater.
He has more
wait,
wives
Carson's
than the
only
Clippers.
married once.
Oh, I like how you did that.
Oh, Trump.
I see what you're doing
Trump.
now. Definitely Donald Trump, though.
Trump.
Definitely Donald Trump. You're right. You would be right.
His current wife is really pretty. Melania.
He's handed out
She
more
pretty.
rings than the Clippers.
I mean,
have gotten.
And she rich. No, I'm just kidding. She rich.
Trump. You all got that
So
right.
Trump.
You got that. You got that.
We got
right.
that one right?
Is this like
Solid.
process elimination? Like,
are we keeping track?
have
No,
the rest?
it-
So we
it'll-
can
it'll go
use
back
them
and forth.
over
Okay.
again?
Yeah, you can use
Okay,
them. You can
okay.
use them over again. This guy is not to be confused with the Timberwolves point guard. Who would that be?
Rubio.
Oh, yeah, Rubio.
But who's the actual?
Mark Rubio, as Donald Trump would say, Little Marco.
Little Marco.
Donald Trump calls Marco Rubio Little Marco.
That would
Oh.
It's so funny.
That's what's up. See, Donald Trump is crazy,
He's a
man.
bully.
That's why he gonna
I said
accidentally
Ricky
win.
Rubio.
Y'all better vote, because he gonna accidentally win.
So this person is the only candidate whose home state has no major sports team. Who would that be?
Oh, Bernie Sanders.
Hey, Erica's good at this. Getting them all. You quick.
I was a double major in political science.
She's quick. Okay.
Well, we have no
And-
chance.
and-
Don't
sorry.
keep score.
Where was that major from?
I
by the
won't
way?
play it anymore.
Where was that major from?
University
No,
of Georgia.
please play.
University of Georgia.
Go Dogs.
I got
Go
one for you.
Dogs.
I got
Go
one
Dogs,
for you.
sick 'em.
Okay. So, University of Georgia has a famous alumni who played football there by the name of Herschel Walker.
Herschel, today's his birthday. He's 54.
This guy, oh good, because this guy is endorsed by Herschel Walker from UGA. Which candidate is endorsed by Herschel Walker?
No, he did not endorse Ben Carson, did he?
Man, I'm telling you who endorsed him right now. It was Clinton. Yeah, she did.
Carson.
She did it. I
Trump.
sent her.
Trump.
Herschel Walker has endorsed
No.
Trump. That's the University of Georgia Bulldog right there across that
Is
line.
that
What?
facts? That's a fact?
Fact, look it up.
Let me say this. There's
Go
another.
Dogs?
No. Well, not that dog. Herschel Walker, you're a bad dog. We're going to put Herschel in the doghouse for that one.
Okay, this candidate is from Chicago and is a fan of the Chicago Cubs.
Shot down. Wait, it's not Clinton. Who is it? Not Rubio.
You said who?
Cruz is from Canada. Ben Carson? No, hold on. We got
Sanders.
No. Oh yeah. Well,
Nah,
that's
that's Carson.
Sanders is from Brooklyn originally, but he went to the University of Chicago.
What's the answer?
Sanders?
Yes.
Carson.
No, Clinton.
Okay.
Clinton.
Damn it.
Wait, she
What?
was born in Chicago?
She's from Chicago, yeah, and she's a Chicago Cubs fan.
Aw, Hillary,
girl.
Hillary with her pantsuits. We gotta do something about these pantsuits, girl.
So this candidate's noticeably steady hands might make him an excellent pool player. That's easy.
Trump.
Steady hands.
Steady
Trump.
hands.
Huge. He's huge. He says huge, not huge. I don't know. Does Trump have steady hands? I don't know.
Really, you guys don't know this?
He got
No,
all
I
that
don't
money,
know.
man. Them hands steady, baby.
Ben Carson, because he's a neurosurgeon.
Because he's a surgeon.
He's a
Come on,
neurosurgeon.
steady
Oh, yeah,
hands.
Ben Carson.
There you go.
Yeah,
How about this one?
Carson.
Okay, Dre. He is the United States Senator from Texas.
Oh, I have no clue.
This is your home state.
Come on
This is your
now.
home
I
state.
really don't know. I'm not. I have no clue about politics. I really. I can
throw
honestly
out
say
a
I
name,
don't
'cause
care.
I have-
But I'll throw out a name. Who
Process
is
of
it?
elimination. You know.
Any minute,
I'm gonna
my
say
name
Cruz,
catch us
you
like
know-
a
I
have no
bus
idea,
tow.
but
You
I'm
gotta
gonna say
let him
Cruz.
go.
It's not
My
Clinton,
mama
it's not
told
Sanders.
me to pick this very one right over Cruz.
Say Cruz.
Yeah, it's Cruz.
Hey.
I think he did. He win. I think he won Texas. I think he won
It's
Texas.
Cruz.
and
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
he better.
He won Texas and Oklahoma the other night.
He
One
won
for
Texas.
one.
So
I want all my points.
this Florida boy is a Gator and a Hurricane. He's two. He's a Gator and a Hurricane,
Rubio.
but played a year of college football in Missouri. Yeah.
Little Muff go.
Oh, that's my boy. That's my boy.
Listen, that's all I. Sports and politics is all I watch.
Carson. That's my boy Carson.
She got it. It was Rubio.
It's Rubio.
It was Rubio.
I was talking with Little Marco. He doesn't listen.
It was Rubio.
I'm gonna just go with whatever Erica's saying. That's my answer.
Erica done had this
Hey,
rundown all day.
I know.
She done did her research.
Just like, oh
to
yeah,
make
he
us
did
look
it.
bad
I think she
on-
did.
on
Let me
air.
think of a hard one right here. Let me think of a hard one. Okay. Former Major League Baseball pitcher Curt Schilling says this person should be buried under a jail somewhere.
Oh come
Oh,
on.
come on. Rubio.
All of the above.
Donald Trump,
Trump.
all the way. You know
Trump.
Trump said that.
I don't know.
I think
I have no
I
idea.
know Trump said
If it's
that.
not,
And I ain't wrong.
Probably Clinton because she has all this illegal
I
stuff
think
going
Erica
on.
did some research. I really think
No,
she did some research.
well, no. Here's the thing. I mean, that's all I do is watch ESPN and MSNBC and CNN. Is all I watch all day.
Look, you
He
won
did.
enough.
He said that
for
about
today.
Clinton. He said that about Clinton. That's for sure.
Yeah, because she has all these illegal activities, and they're talking about she might not be able to get the nomination because whatever.
Okay. So this candidate is a fan of the Patriots.
Man, you already know.
let's see.
Donald Trump, man, that money, man.
Is that your answer for everything?
No, it's not Trump. It's
I'm gonna say
It shouldn't be. Freaking Carson. No, because Carson.
Man,
Cruz.
I'm tell you who it is.
Cruz.
It's Cruz, man.
Cruz.
Hold
It's
on, hold on.
Sanders. It's
Sanders. Damn.
What?
The
See,
location, Vermont.
But I was gonna say
yeah.
Trump because of Tom Brady kind of low key endorsed him a few months ago.
Yeah, kind of. But did he kind of backtrack?
Then he tried to
with that or something?
backtrack.
Tried to backtrack.
Like he tried to
So
backtrack
did
those.
Spreewell.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Trails
Cross
pretty
that
well.
one off.
Oh, was that the next one?
What you guys do? That was
Yeah,
our
we
story
did.
last week. You guys do that.
That boy
This-
Latrell need to run for president.
President of the
This candidate is endorsed by NASCAR commissioner.
Oh, come on.
probably
we know this.
Rubio.
NASCAR.
Rubio or Cruz. I don't know. Rubio because
Oh
NASCAR.
no, Cruz.
When-
Cruz.
NASCAR is big in Florida.
Cruz has
though.
been my answer for like the
I'm
past
gonna
5
say
years.
Rubio.
Cruz.
I'm gonna go Cruz.
It's
Cruz.
Trump.
Trump. Oh.
It's Trump. Come on, NASCAR. Come on.
We should have
Demographic.
We should have known.
But Rubio, the NASCAR is really big in Daytona NASCAR.
And
Florida.
I
Cruz.
see where you're
Rubio.
going there. I see where you're
Cruz
going
be
there.
The
cruising.
last name Cruz.
Okay, so this candidate, he's recently announced
Don't laugh.
he doesn't see a
I
path
was thinking the
forward.
same. I'm not
He doesn't see a path forward in the presidential race, but was more likely referring to the Clippers' chances of leaving the second round. Who would that be?
What are you talking about?
Ooh.
He
Hey,
doesn't see a
repeat
path
that.
forward.
Repeat
Carson.
that
Wait,
one for
what?
me.
Talking
Just
about,
from the beginning.
not Carson. Ben Carson.
He doesn't
Nah,
see-
you know who said that?
What?
Trump.
No, basically the guy is bowing out
It's
of the
Ben
race.
Carson.
It is Ben Carson.
Because he's
Ben
the only
Carson.
one who hasn't won a state. I think Cruz won 2, and I think Rubio won 1.
Married to a former Miami Dolphins cheerleader.
Oh, come on. You know who this is.
No, it's not. It's not Trump.
Clinton, man. Golly, come on, man. Stop playing around.
Are you serious?
What's that? I mean, y'all know she might be
Rubio,
about that life.
Rubio.
She might be about that life.
I'm gonna say Rubio.
I'm
gonna
gonna
ignore
say Trump because he was married to Fonda. Was Fonda? Was he married to her? I don't know. I'll say Trump.
Who's it?
It was Rubio.
Rubio. Okay.
Miami.
Sure.
No, Miami. Okay. Yeah.
Florida. Do I have any time for any more?
Yeah. Do one
Go
more.
ahead, one
What-
more.
oh, what's-
Okay.
yeah, we don't have a time.
I mean, I have a lot of more.
Oh,
but
yeah.
just,
Nah, keep
Do
going.
two
Keep
more.
going all day
Do
because
two
I'm going to
more.
get one
Then
right.
we gotta
This
go.
guy. Although I have nothing, this is a statement. Although I have nothing against sports and entertainment, I believe there is a danger of getting lost in a fantasy world while neglecting the serious things in life, such as education and productive
Oh my
work.
God.
Oh,
That could have been anybody.
Somebody, hey. I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
I'm going to say.
How come we haven't said anything Hillary Clinton? Are you have something against women? You haven't.
I didn't.
Trump.
We had one Hillary.
The one Hillary?
I say Hillary. I'm gonna say Hillary for the
I'm
hell of
gonna
it.
say Sanders.
Trump.
I'm gonna say
Trump? No, you're all wrong. It's Carson.
Carson.
Hey,
You know, a surgeon. He's like.
But you know
win
what?
some, you lose some.
Ugh. Okay, go ahead. Do one more. We gotta go.
Let me see. Let's see. Supported an initiative to empower women and girls through sports.
Oh, come on. That's Clinton.
I want to say Hillary too.
That's Clinton. Hillary.
Clinton.
Oh, I got 2 right.
That was Clinton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, can we do one more? I feel like I'm on fire.
one more. One more
I got
for Dre.
2.
One
I'm
more
going
for
for
Dre.
3.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay.
I
Politics
can't
and
stop.
sports, guys. Politics
We'll
and sports
stop
here
right
at BHL
here.
Sports Weekly.
not
Bam.
cheating.
Owned the New Jersey Generals in the United States Football League.
Okay, hold on. One
He
more time.
owns them currently.
Owned.
He owns them.
Owned.
I think that is
Jersey
defunct, right?
Generals.
The New Jersey
didn't know that.
Generals.
Okay.
I mean, I own person. I couldn't think it would be Trump because Rubio's super young.
Carson.
Carson is he's so lame. He would.
No, wait, he doesn't like sports. Hold on.
probably-
No, not Carson.
You ready for the final answer?
Yeah, I want to say Trump.
I'm gonna say Cruz. Because I've been.
Trump, baby.
You know that's Trump.
Yeah, man, he got that
Damn.
bread.
Mr.
He got that
owner of
bread.
real estate
Okay.
Yeah.
tycoon in Atlantic City.
He probably own a lot of shit
Yeah.
He probably
Oh, he does.
that we don't even know about.
Right?
Just owning shit.
Yes. Okay, guys, that was a fun episode of BHL
yeah.
Sports
And-
Weekly,
It was.
formerly known as the Branded
How
Athlete.
about, how
What?
about your Clippers last night, down 20 points in the 4th quarter?
That was a comeback.
And
Bonus
came
take.
back.
That was a
Bonus take.
comeback.
But,
Yeah.
but you know what I love about that?
Sorry.
Bonus take thing. No, this is good, Dre. I love about that is that the narrative is not how good the Clippers are, but the narrative is how are the Thunder imploding, which is fine because I want to be under the radar. Let us be under the radar. Let us sneak up and get that 3rd seed so we can beat the
Whoever it is.
in this whoever it is in the first round,
yeah.
and then
they
face
lose in the
No,
semifinals.
no,
Okay, that's been our show.
we would not. But you know what? Thank you, media outlets out there, for keeping the Clippers storyline understated. We like to be the underdog.
They understate themselves.
Anyway, this has been all for BHL Sports Weekly. I'm Erica Renee Davis. You can find me with my Clippers hat at Erica Renee D on Snapchat, Periscope, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks, Dre.
Yes, I'm Andre Dean. You can find me at I Am Andre on Twitter and Instagram, and that's about it. I love you.
And I'm Rheina Ale. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Periscope at Rheina_Ale.
And I'm Joshua Johnson. You can quote me. The Clippers will not be leaving the 2nd
Oh
round
my
this
God.
season. You can quote me on that. We can go ahead and revisit this in a few months. They will not leave the 2nd round. But you can find me, though, on Snapchat now, Twitter, and Instagram at JJ the Talented, and on my website, joshuajohnson.tv.
And you can quote me that there's a hater in the form of a milk dud on the other side of the table. As always,
But you like my milk dud.
oh my God.
But you like my milk
You should
dud.
like
Follow
his milk.
Black Hollywood Live, BlackHollywoodLive.com. Follow Black Hollywood Live on Twitter at BHL Online. You can follow us on Instagram at The Branded Athlete. We'll be
We'll
changing our
change
name.
it.
We'll change it soon.
Tonight.
Till next week, guys. Next Thursday at 7. Have a great weekend and see ya.
Peace.
Bye.
From executives Kevin Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio, Instagram at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hollywood Redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.